Hey, what's up, guys? Joker here, and I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. In case you're not aware of it, today is April 1st, and I am going to be doing a bit of a rant in this video on April 1st and the fake news that we see. But first, I do have an actual news story to cover, which I have researched into, because today it's almost impossible to find a news story without really second-guessing yourself. But this one I want to go over. I do believe it to be true for a variety of reasons, and I'll go over why all of that is. And that is that NVIDIA's technical marketing boss, Tom Peterson, has actually left the company and will very likely be heading over to Intel, which is still being considered as a rumor of him going to Intel, but everything seems to be lining up for that to be the case. Tom Peterson is one of the head engineers over at Intel, NVIDIA. He's really kind of like the number 2 guy right behind Jensen. Whenever they are doing their stage presentations, Tom is usually right off stage, helping with the demos and things like that. So he is a huge asset to be heading over to Intel, who have picked up people like Chris Hook and Raja Koduri previously from AMD, and now they're picking up people from NVIDIA as well. So you've got people like Raja Koduri and Tom Peterson, two of the lead engineers for Radeon Technologies Group and NVIDIA, now being picked up by Intel, who are getting ready for their XE lineup of graphics cards coming in 2020, which is what the roadmaps and rumors are saying right now, and everything seems to be on track for that. Hopefully it is true, because I do think a lot of us want to see competition in the space. And the whole idea of Intel entering into the graphics card space has kind of created an interesting dichotomy, because if you look at the CPU space, you've got Intel and AMD, and in that space, Intel is almost widely hated by a lot of gamers out there, even people that will support Intel and buy their products because they can generally be faster. It does seem that AMD has a pretty strong fan base behind it, and a lot of people rooting for them to do well, but Intel has had some shady dealings in the past. And then when you come over to the graphics card space, right now at least, you only have AMD and NVIDIA I think is by far the more hated company of the two. AMD is almost always been like good guy AMD in recent years. However, now with Intel entering that space, it seems like a lot of people are rooting for Intel, even if they don't like what they do in their terms of their CPU business. They seem to be rooting for them pretty strongly entering the graphics card business, which kind of raises the question is who is hated more, Intel or NVIDIA? And based on, just what I see in comments on my videos, over on Reddit, other people's channels and things like that, it seems like between Intel, AMD, and NVIDIA, that NVIDIA is by far the most hated company, with Intel coming in second, and then AMD probably being the favorite out of all three of those companies right there. But I'd be curious to see your thoughts down in the comments below on that. Who do you think is the most hated tech company in this CPU/GPU space right now here in 2019? Like I said, I think it's happens to be NVIDIA. And also let me know your thoughts on Tom Peterson heading over there. I think this is exciting stuff. I think we're going to see Intel come out swinging. It seems like they are really prepared to not just enter the GPU space, but be a serious competitor, which is going to be a good thing for prices, for everyone. Personally, I don't give two salty fucks what company makes the best graphics card. If it's the best graphics card, then I want it, and it's pretty much as simple as that. Now, on to April 1st, which it is today. So, as you know, you guys really need to be on your toes when you're out there looking at headlines for articles, whether it be for tech, gaming, or anything in between. Now, I'm only focusing on tech and games right here. I'm not trying to get political or anything like that, and I don't want to come off as like an old man who hates April Fool's Day. I don't hate April Fool's Day. I'm all fine and well for pranks, when it comes with people in your real life and playing a little joke on them and saying, haha, April Fools. But that's usually where the joke ends, because there is the part where you say April Fools and then everyone has a little bit of a chuckle. But with these news stories, that doesn't really seem to be the case. You'll see so many articles come out which just try to pass themselves off as authentic, purely to clickbait people into clicking on them, because especially in the tech space, people are usually clicking on things that they want to see. They are putting out these news titles like people want to see this. Like, you could maybe see something, I haven't even seen this, but it could be like RTX 2080 Ti drops to $700. There you go. I hope WCCF Tech isn't watching. That's probably their next headline, because they are probably the kings of fake news when it comes to April Fool's Day. Over there today, they've already got a few stories up. This is the one that kind of got me initially. It was like 5:30 in the morning when I woke up. I hadn't had any coffee yet, and it was like breaking: Microsoft 100% guarantees that no future update will ever break Windows again, and then I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then I realized, oh wait, it's April Fool's. Yeah, fake news. They also posted a thing with a fake Intel Xe roadmap and a leak that shows like 4 GPUs on a single package. They even put together a video to kind of give even more credibility to their fake news story. Other websites have also fallen prey to, I mean, it's like pretty much every website at this point. It just, and honestly, to me, it breeds of zero integrity. DSOG published a thing about Crysis 4. Actually, pretty much like every gaming website published this, saying that Crysis 4 was announced, going to be on Unreal Engine 4, which would make no sense as it's a fucking Crytek game, and they use CryEngine. And it's going to be an Epic Game Store exclusive, so just trolling people all day long. So this shit annoys me because it's just, we have enough fake news. We get bombarded with fake news on social media 24/7, 365 days a goddamn year. We do not need more fake news on April 1st. Let April 1st, April Fool's pranks be for people to people, not on websites like this with news where it can easily be misconstrued and then spread wildly all over social media rapidly before anyone even realizes that it's fake, and it can cause harm. It can cause damage to people. So, and maybe not in the tech space, it's not going to cause harm, but maybe in a situation with like politics or something like that, it can certainly do that. So, I know it kind of comes off as like an old man like bitching about April Fool's Day, but honestly, it's just very frustrating on an annual basis when we see these cringy as fuck fake news stories and videos go live and everything like that, where it's not really made apparent that it's fake news. It's they try to make these articles look genuine because they just want to get clicks over to their websites, and everyone realizes that it's stupid, boring clickbait content that means absolutely fuck all, and nobody is laughing at it. Nobody. April Fool's Day jokes are meant to be fun. They're meant to invoke laughter and humor, even if it's only for one side of the equation, even if it's only for the prankster themselves. Nobody's laughing at this. Nobody's publishing these articles and laughing. Nobody's laughing at them or with them. It's fucking stupid. So cut this shit out already. All right? I'm gonna go and be an old man somewhere else in my house and, I don't know, maybe play some Division 2. Hope you guys all have a good April 1st. Just a reminder, be on your toes for all this fake news bullshit from websites like WCCF Tech and whoever else out there. Yeah, just cut it out. And also, side note, a lot of these websites, not all of them, but I've caught WCCF Tech in this for the last 2 years, where after April 1st, they did not post an update to their articles for weeks after the fact that it was an April Fool's joke. So they tried to continue the illusion that this was real news, and you wouldn't know otherwise unless you had actually looked at the date and put 2 and 2 together weeks after the fact. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on this, and I will catch you guys tomorrow on a bit of a lighter note with another video. Ta-ra.